There's also like way more train emojis than anyone. Listen, I love trains. I love trains as much as the next guy, but we don't need, let's be honest guys, we don't need this many train emojis. This is more than enough content to do a train emoji tier list. And if you can do a tier list on a category of emojis, then that's already too many of that emoji. Well, the video hasn't even been out for 24 hours yet as the time of recording this, and I've already gotten enough comments for me to decide that this is something that I should probably follow up with. If you're new to the second channel, first of all, subscribe. And second of all, this is not where the high quality content goes. I have not prepared anything for this video. This is my script. So, I mean, it's not really more than what my scripts normally are anyway, but like, I haven't really given this much thought, so just bear with me. If you don't care about that, great. But if you only watch me for well thought out, well structured, and thoroughly explained tier lists, then you're probably watching the wrong person. Right, so at number 12, we have the mountain railway emoji. I don't get this one. It's just kind of stupid. Like, why do we need to specify that there's trains that go through mountains via emoji, right? Like, you have all these, you have 12 train emojis, and you're gonna include one just going through a mountain region? Why isn't there a train going through the desert or a train going through a forest? Why is it specifically a mountainous train? Like, sure, I get the track like setup or the train itself might be slightly different, but I don't know that it's different enough to warrant an emoji. It just feels like a really silly addition to add as a train emoji. At spot 11, I have the station emoji because it looks exactly the same as another emoji we'll see later, but all it adds is a little platform and like a little toll booth or whatever, not toll booth, like a little thing, you know what I'm trying to say. The thing that you pay at to buy a ticket, I guess. That whole, I don't know, train station, right? Like, you can depict that in better ways than how it's depicted here. But even so, I don't even know that you would need a train station emoji, full stop. It's just funny. And it's not even technically a train emoji, if that's the route you want to go down. At spot 10, we have the railway car emoji, because similar to the last one, it's not really like a train, it's just like an addition to a train. But this one's definitely more train-like than the last two. And it's kind of fun because you can piece it onto the back of the locomotive emoji, create like a train. Wowza, who would have thought? I think it's a fun one. I just don't think it's like technically a train enough to score it pretty high on this list. Not that I really have any criteria for this list. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Spot number 9 gets us this bullet train emoji. There's a few bullet train emojis. This is the one I've placed the lowest at spot 9 because I just hate how much it looks like a plane. That's pretty much it. Spot number 8 is the front-facing train emoji. This one, I just don't like how it looks. Not that it doesn't look like a train or it doesn't represent trains well. I just don't like it. At spot number 7, we have the metro train. And actually, on second thought, I think I might put this higher. So, at number 7, we have the tram emoji. It's a train, I guess. This one looks like a bus more than it does a train. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just ignorant of the different types of trains, but this one looks too much like a bus for me to care about it. Also, it is just the station emoji again, or the station emoji is just this again, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm also just not a fan of the front-facing train emojis, so I think the one that does it best is the next one, spot number 6, which is the metro or subway train emoji. I like that it's a subway. I like that it's in a tunnel. That's about the only thing that scores it this high, though. Otherwise, it is just another front-facing train. Now that I think about it, I don't know how else you would represent a train in a tunnel via emoji, so I guess front-facing is the best they could do. So you know what? We'll move this. See, I would never do this in a... This is the quality you get on the second channel. I would never do this in a main channel video. We're going to move the metro/subway emoji to spot 5. So the actual spot 6 is going to be the train or tram car, which I think is this one. These are awesome. These are great. And I don't know that I'd technically consider them trains as much as something like a locomotive or a subway, but they're still really fun. I'm glad they get their own emoji, and this is actually one of the few where it is just that by itself. It doesn't have any other emoji really associated with it. So it's original enough for me to put it at spot number 6. And then remember, spot number 5 is the subway. So that means spot number 4 is, if I can remember, because I forgot already, The light rail. I don't really know what that means, but the emoji looks cool and original enough. Actually, okay, we're gonna move this one. This one's gonna go down to spot number 6. This one's gonna be spot. So this. If I didn't prepare enough for this. So this one is spot number 6, the light rail emoji, which looks pretty cool. I don't know that I like it too much, but it's a train emoji and it gets the job done. It's just kind of the C tier of this list, if you will. So that's number 6. Number 5 is going to be the cable car or tram car, and then number 4 will be the subway. Hopefully you can keep track. I know I've already lost the plot. Okay, from here on out, they're not going to change places. I'm pretty confident about this top 3. Spot number 3 is the monorail emoji. And it's not that I think this is more of a train than something like a tram or cable car or subway. It's that I think these are just so cool. I don't know, trains are cool, and monorails are just like that much cooler, you know? However, the fact that it has a name that's more than train means it's like a subcategory of train. Granted, all of these are subcategories of trains, but this one doesn't feel train enough to be the number 1 train. You know what I'm saying, and if you don't, then you're watching the wrong video, man. Spot number 2 gets us the bullet train. I think it's the other bullet train emoji. I don't know why that slipped my mind for a second. This one's cool. It just represents kind of like, modern day trains, the best out of all the emojis, if I had to lay it on one, and I think it looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it being at spot number 2. And finally, spot number 1 goes to, surprise, surprise, the locomotive emoji. Come on, you watched the useless emojis video, right? If you're wondering, this one's the best one. I like the thought that someone's watching this without that video in context. Not that you need the context from that video, but like, you stumbled across a train emoji tier list video and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I guess it wouldn't be too far off from what I normally upload anyway, but whatever. Steam engines or locomotives or the classic, whatever you want to call them, just trains. Like when I think train, this is what I think of. In the last video, when I said I love trains, I wasn't just talking about trains in general. I was talking specifically about locomotives. If I just had money to just spend, and I had to be selfish with it and I couldn't do anything nice with it, I would just get a ton of model trains and just fill up like a house full of them. But specifically locomotive trains, because they're just so, I don't know, they're cool. I sound so geeky right now, but shut up. You're the one watching a video about ranking train emojis. So you're in no place to judge me. And that concludes this video that took me like 15 minutes to make. I know a lot of people like the video. Again, the video hasn't even been out for 24 hours yet. And I've gotten so many comments saying that this should be a video. So I just, I wasn't going to do a well-formatted proper video out of it because it's like too stupid for me. It's not the right amount of silly and useless like my videos normally are. So also there's just not much to talk about, but hopefully you enjoyed or whatever. I don't know. How do you end a video again?